Today's episode is brought to you by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bush's.com/join our team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join our team.
From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Emma Stein with today's Free Press Voice Briefing. It's Wednesday, June 29th, 2022. Dan Gilbert is building an enormous skyscraper in downtown Detroit. He's asking City Council for a $60 million tax break on the project. On Tuesday, Gilbert's real estate company, Bedrock, delayed the vote for the third time. Bedrock says it needs more time to work through the proposal. If approved, the abatement would freeze property taxes for 10 years. Bedrock says it's necessary because the project has high costs and an anticipated low return on investment. The project is controversial and lacks support from city residents, some council members said.
Hi, reporting for the Detroit Free Press, I'm Arpan Lobo. The Michigan Supreme Court ruled unanimously Tuesday in favor of 3 former state officials who had been charged for their involvements in the Flint water crisis. The court ruled that Nick Lyon, Rich Baird, and Nancy Peeler were all entitled to a preliminary examination, something they were not given after the group was indicted by a one-man grand jury. The use of a one-man grand jury is rare in Michigan. It's typically a legal quirk that is used by prosecutors when they want to avoid witness intimidation. The one-man grand jury who indicted the former state health officials was Genesee County Circuit Judge David Newblatt. In their opinion, the Supreme Court justices wrote that judges do not have the power to bring forward indictments, as Newblatt did. The charges now return to the Genesee Circuit Court, where defense lawyers say they'll argue for the charges to be dismissed based on the Supreme Court's ruling. The prosecuting team, led by Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel and Solicitor General Fadwa Hammoud, say they'll continue to try the case. In Flint, Mayor Sheldon Neely said the ruling left him deeply troubled, calling it another in a long list of failures to get the city justice after its water supply was contaminated in 2014.
Lake Superior has become Twitter famous. Not the lake itself, of course, but a satirical account with the same name. After the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, the account tweeted it stands with women having the right to choose. Since then, Lake Superior has roasted conservative activists disagreeing with the tweet, and these clapbacks have gone viral on every social media platform. His Twitter account has gone from 40,000 followers to over 150,000 followers in just a few days. To the owner, the account serves 2 purposes: a fun escape with a comedic approach, and a place to highlight the importance of water quality and the environment.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department, and a couple of roster checks for our local teams. First, the Tigers, and more bad news for Austin Meadows. The Tigers outfielder is now out with Achilles strains in both legs. Now, he'd been out the last 10 days or so battling COVID-19, but was scheduled this week to begin a rehab start down in Toledo, but that won't be happening anytime soon now. Possibly good news for the likes of Willie Castro to stick around on the major league team. Then the Pistons, who picked up the team option for guard Hamidou Diallo, the instant energy player, will be back in the red, white, and blue. However, a couple of his fellow reserves will not. Frank Jackson, Luka Garza, and Carson Edwards were declined on their team options by the Pistons, so they will be free agents. Free agency begins in earnest on Thursday.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. I'll see you tomorrow.